It is a long-standing notion that the bonds and relationships you share with your pixels are important. Many games have a raising meter, or more so, a way to get closer to your characters in-game, whether it's by raising them, or using them in a party for about, say, 3 months. There exists a very distinct feature of relationship building in many gacha games. Genshin has the classic friendship system, as well as the leveling system to learn more about the lore of the character. Arknights has the trust system, and even while games like Limbus Company do not have a system that incorporates bonds, they still give you rewards by raising your characters. Normally, the thing you get from raising bonds is cosmetic items, perhaps a name card or a title. Other times, they take it a step further and they let you unlock stat gains or special power-ups for raising those bonds. It's definitely something that completionists strive for. You have it in your mind that when you get this character, you're going to be going on a journey to fully max out that character. This might be your main, or this might just be your favorite character in general. To really appreciate every part of them, you need to dissect and unlock everything that the character has to offer. Many games have a built-in system that rewards the players for their time and dedication. Arknights, Genshin, NieR, Brown Dust 2, Azure Lane, the list goes on. But what if I told you that Wuthering Waves has this system too, except it's completely untapped? My name is Void Enigma, and I'll be discussing the inclusion, or more so the lack thereof, of the intimacy system in Wuthering Waves, and whether it's a good thing to have this system as bare bones as it is, or if it's just leaving a lot more to offer. Without wasting any more time, let's dive right into the topic. Wuwa has a distinct intimacy system, and you get that intimacy by clearing your daily quest and using wave plates with that character on your team. The intimacy system can be found through this special menu, and it goes up to level 5. In that system, or this area here, you'll see stuff like their backstory, their most treasured items. There's just a lot going on here, especially their voice lines and stuff like that. Getting this to level 5 though, doesn't really unlock anything new. Of course, it does unlock all of their story and lore about the character in game, but you don't get a name card, like in Genshin, you don't get special power-ups, like in Arknights, and you damn sure don't get any rewards for raising your character's level on the offside of it. A good thing about this, for casual players anyways, is that you don't have to raise every character that you accidentally get. You aren't pressured into raising them to get the little rewards like extra wishes or extra pulls or something like that, and you're not sabotaging yourself by not raising them. But on the other side of things, the only thing that you get for raising your character's intimacy is maybe more lore on Camellia, which in itself is a valuable thing. It offers a deeper look into the catastrophic tragedy that some of these characters possess in their backstory. On the bad side of things, it's a gacha game, and we all want free rewards for doing what we're already doing, right? Lead examples of this is, of course, as I've already mentioned, Genshin Impact and Star Rail, who give the players 3 standard wishes when they raise their character's level, up to Ascension 1, Ascension 3, and Ascension 5 for each character. Limbus Company gives the players 40 lunacy when they uptie their characters to uptie 3. Wuthering doesn't have that option. Now, to offset that, remember that Wuwa does give the players about 5 standard wishes per patch through the login event, and then they also have the events to give you even more wishes, or tides, and on top of that, you get tides for each new area that you actually completely explore. So at the end of the day, it is equally distributed, but still, I'd like something from maxing my characters or getting them to max intimacy. Wuthering Waves has a very underutilized sigil system as well. They really should expand upon their sigil system because there's so much untapped potential here. Additionally, they can expand upon the avatars as well to include more alluring versions of the character. And what about titles? There's so much room for improvement. You may have listened to all of my points and have one glaring question that comes to mind. Why should I care about this? It's just silly cosmetics in game, right? Well, cosmetic and titles are not just fluff. They give the players a sense of identity and accomplishment. Imagine checking your friend's profile and seeing a Chun-Li sigil. You immediately know that they know how to play her thoroughly. Also, you have a way of immediately flexing that you have unlocked this special title that's really hard to get. It's not just about looking cool, it's about showcasing achievements, and if cosmetics don't matter to you, well, you can completely ignore it. But who doesn't want extra rewards for simply playing the game? Let's be real. For many people, and by many I mean a very few, getting characters aren't really the issue. They can purchase characters at any time, but what about something that players can get by playing the game? A badge of honors per se, showing how much dedication that you have for this particular character. Like, those rewards don't exist in game yet, but best believe that every character on my account has max intimacy. Not because I particularly care about the character, but because it's just something to do. Wait, that's the whole point. It's something to do. Gacha games are notorious for having dry patches. Like, right now, I still have a ton of things to do in Wuwa, but the echo grind for Brant has just completely dried me out, and I have no motivation to actually do anything. Still fishing for one final 3-cost piece to finish his set just for the completionist side of me, but every game has its boring moments. If you pace yourself, then those times may never reach you, but having something to work towards will give you another reason to log in, like, hey, I gotta max out the intimacy on Brant to unlock X, or hey, I gotta spend my wave plays leveling weaker characters to unlock Y. It's the natural thing in most games. These are all of the things that you can completely ignore, but choices. The important thing is, you have choices. Every game needs a way to engage the largest audience possible for the genre, and this would bring a smile to many people's faces. The moment you unlock Chun-Li's special sigil, or the moment you unlock Chun-Li's elusive gaze as she stares into your soul from the profile icon. There is hope though. Most games don't release a system to actually gain rewards from the bonds or intimacy on day one. Often, they release this way later down the line. Genshin Impact had this from the start, but their leveling system to unlock fates was added later. And then you have the addition of stat increases. Arknight gives stat bonuses when you raise their trust. The same can be said for NieR and Brown Dust too. When you raise your character's bonds and trust, you get a little bit stronger. I wouldn't mind small stat boosts to raising my character's bonds, nor would I mind the extra rewards for raising my characters through their ascension. It just makes me wonder why Kuro Games drew the line here. We will only make intimacy about the lore, and that is it. Now with that being said, go check out the lore for some of these characters. A lot of them are dark, and they will surprise you. Like, check out Dungeon's Prey or the Hunter in her backstory. It is brutal. What somewhat bothers me is that Kuro Games already had the perfect blueprint for this kind of system. They've done it before in Punishing Grey Raven. That game has an affection system where at higher levels, characters will unlock more voice lines, adding a deeper personal touch. For example, I don't play PGR regularly anymore, but I still log in at least once a month so that the goddess 2B doesn't get too lonely, and I'm greeted with this.
Yokatta.
Ah, spectacular. Nice to see you again too, 2B. That said, PGR's affection system doesn't give you physical rewards either, so maybe Kuro Games is just following suit, but still, it shows they understand the importance of a bond building mechanic in these gacha games. Considering almost every other gacha game rewards players for leveling bonds, I think Wuthering Waves should eventually follow suit. Whether it's cosmetics, currency, or stat boosts, giving players something to work towards would always be a win for everyone. What do you all think though? Should Kuro Games add more rewards to the current intimacy system? Drop a comment below and make sure to fill out that survey if you want this added into the game while it's still up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe as we are trying to push to 10K subscribers. Your support means everything to me, and I cannot wait to see where we go next. This has been Void Enigma, and until next time, Enigma out.